Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Can.
Can. How about the recording? Has it been recorded or not yet?
Recorded.
Keep on
Recorded.
recorded. Oh, okay. Just now mine keep on turning, loading, and loading. Everybody here today? How are you this afternoon? Oh, 14 here. Oh, 15 here. 1, 2. Noel here. Raise hand. Who is absent today? Yeah. Good. You know, already raise hands, so I don't have to count. I just look at how many of you can hear me clearly. I don't have to check the attendance meet later. 14, 1 missing. I guess is Ivan. Oh, Ivan here. Then Celine. Celine is here. Who is that missing here? Russell here. 15. So who is the last person raised hand just now? Oops, so wrong. Everybody here. Now, let me show screen. How come afternoon feel like a bit lazy? Why? How about you? Do you feel fresh now? Just after your lunch? I feel you. Afternoon. Somehow with this weather so hot. So heaty. 2:38. Okay. Today, quality management. Our lesson today important. Next chapter number 4 on a metric. So this chapter and next chapter are relevant one to another. So we learn what is this about the quality management, some specification that we need to place in our project management plan, and then a type of metrics available. That one is on chapter 4. So chapter 4 is next week. Next week, I will complete chapter 4 and also has to complete the risk management before week 5. So now look at here. No worry, I talk to you means I'm planning. 3.5 quality management costs. Is it too big here? 57. 75. What time you get to your bed yesterday? Everybody busy prepare assignment presentation? Yes, no. Not really. Quality management cost of a quality category of quality costs. Now we look at next slide. So this one, project quality management here. Do I have a highlighter? Ensuring. It's a type of a process that have to continuously measuring the qualities of all activities. After that, take corrective action if required until the desired quality is achieved. So that's purpose of quality management. Okay, I repeat, this project quality management is a process of continuously, so ensuring continuously measure the quality of all activities and then take corrective action if required. Remember, we learned corrective action before. So until the desired quality is achievable. This quality management also important, help to control the overall costs of the project. When they do it, it will lower down the risk. Yeah, when we do that, it will lower down the risk of project failure. Again, I will not read line by line, words by words. I'll summarize it to you. Next one, we look at this figure. Quality management provide independent check on the software development process. So the quality management team will check the project deliverables to ensure that it is consistent with the organization standard and also goal. They will check the process documentations. Okay, they will check the process documentation, which the documentation will record all the tasks that have been completed by each team. Yeah, by each team members who are working on the project. So the quality team, I did mention before, the quality team shall be independent from the development team. Okay, quality team and the development team shall be different, shall not be the same person, so that the quality team will take more objective view on the software without influence by, if they are same group of people, also developers, sometimes their idea will be influenced by the issues encountered throughout the process development. So quality plan will set up the desired quality, the product quality, and how to be assessed. Yeah, how to be assessed. And then what else? The quality plan should also define the quality assessment process. Yeah, everything, all this. The quality plan we do shall be short. Don't be too lengthy, too long, because no one will go and read in detail. Same goes to your project. Yeah, now everybody project management, we all doing our quality plan, our project planning. Don't be too lengthy. No need be too detailed. Nobody will spend up their time to read so detailed. So the quality plan structure, basically, of course, you need to introduce what is a product, your plan description, what is the quality goal, what are the constraints, risk, and the risk management. No need go in detail every features that you need to develop. No need. Yeah? That will spoil the, what is it, the impression. Is it called impression? Will spoil. When the reader read it too lengthy, they will not be patient. They won't go through everything. Then, I mean, will affect their opinion also. They want, you might describe, but in general, briefly on it, but to the point. Don't need be too detailed. So this next one about cost of quality is a methodology that used to define and also measure what amount of an organization resources are being used to prevent, sorry, let me repeat. This cost of quality is a methodology used to measure what amount of an organization resources resources are being used for prevention activity. Prevention activity, as well maintaining product quality activities. So we look at the category of quality costs. So the cost divided to cost spent for prevention, cost spent for appraisal, cost spent for failure. So from the name itself, we roughly can guess already what is this used for. So we look at the first one. Prevention costs. This cost incurs from activities this cost spent when the organization intention to keep the failure to minimum level. Clear? So this prevention cost, again, to prevent, this is a cost that's spent up used to prevent or avoid the quality problem. Of course, cannot avoid 100%, but at least keep it to the minimum level. So, and then these are the one included in the course. Manage activity required to plan, coordination, technical activity, test plan, all this used for prevention. So all these costs are associated with design phase, implementations, and also maintenance. These costs need to be planned. These costs need to be planned before the actual operation. That's why we call prevention. These costs need to be planned before the actual operations. Next one. We look at the next slide here. Appraisal cost consists of conducting technical review, data collection, metric testing, and debugging. So this appraisal cost might incur to maintain the acceptable product quality level. Other than this, what else might also include costs that spend up for the incoming materials inspection, costs that are spent up for process control. So this appraisal costs always associated with measuring and monitoring all the activities that related to the quality. This appraisal cost also associated with the suppliers and customers' evaluations of purchasing material, process, product, and also services. Example, including checking the cost that spent up to check incoming materials. The cost that spent up to check product and services, whether against the agreeable specifications or not. How about failure costs? This one more straightforward. Failure costs, two categories here. Internal failure costs, external failure costs. Yeah. Seems like so quiet. Internal failure costs and also external failure costs. So you look at the definition here. Internal, when you detect an error in product prior to shipment. So mean before you send out. External failure costs. This one, the product has been shipped out to the customer. So you can see before and also after. So this internal failure costs incurred to remedy all the defects that discovered before the product and the services that delivered to the customer. This detect, the problem detect before they transfer the product or services to the customer. What type of cost here? What type of cost here? Rework or correct an error. It means that there are some work they found some defect before ship out, they have to rework. They need to make correction before they send out. So this is internal failure cost. Yeah, example. And then the other one would be when rework generates side effect that must be mitigated, associated with the collections of quality metric that allow the organizations to access the mode of failure. Sometimes the defective product or material cannot be repaired. And sometimes the defective product or materials cannot be repaired, cannot be used, cannot be sold. So what does it mean? They need to spend up another portion. Because of the quality too low, cannot be reused, cannot be repaired, then they need to spend up. That's under internal failure costs. The amount that used for rework here, let's say correction. Yeah, they make correction on the defective material or errors. They make corrections on the defective product or services. Those incur money, yeah, those incur costs, increase the cost expenses. For external failure costs incurred to remedy defect that discovered by customer. So how do they know? Customer will make complaint. Customer will return it. They will call up helpline, make complaint through here, and then expenses, labor costs associated with warranty work, poor reputations. So when the customer complain, when they return the products, then you need to do repairing, give service. That's incur costs. If the product under warranty period, the failed product, yeah, that under warranty period need to be replaced. So also incur costs. All works and a cost associated with handling the complaint. Yeah, handling handling customer complaint. All the costs here, including the workforce, you need to spend up. Yeah, hire them, work 24 hours a day. All this incur costs under external failure costs. If customer return the product, then you need to investigate. Yeah, you need to find out what problem is it, why the product has to be rejected, why need to return. And after that, you see, do you ever bought some product online where didn't perform well or defect and then you return? Shipment, most of the time when you send back to the seller, you are the one who pay, right? But the seller, they might need to spend another round shipment costs to the customer. That's also under external failure costs. So a lot of expenses here if whether the product, the defect product, discovered earlier or after. So all these costs need to be figured out. Next one, we look at 3.6. Assurance standards. Yeah, there's a question yesterday, tutorial question number 1. Yeah, some of you haven't done yet. So after our lesson today, please complete it for tomorrow. So we look at the next slide here. Quality standards. Define the required attributes of product or services. These quality standards are defined. This is some like document that provides requirements, specification, guideline. What are the characteristics that need to be consistent to ensure that the product, the material, the processes, or the services can fit to their purposes. So this standard defines the required attribute of a product, And quality standard playing an important role. The standard could be international, is it mentioned here? Somewhere maybe next slides. The standard maybe could be an international standard, national standard, or within the project standard or within the organization standard. This is something like guideline, guideline so that everybody working in line to the standard. So we look at the next one. Why is it so important? What do you think? Why quality standard is required? Why we need this? Why? We know how are you going to explain this? Can you sorry?
Avoid the scandal, those things.
Avoid the scandal. Yeah, thank you for your feedback. Some other students, still everybody look so quiet, maybe sleepy afternoon. Can you all type your answer in the chat box? Or maybe turn on your microphone. Give me some interaction so that I don't feel alone. Talk to myself all the time. Yeah, why? Everybody contribute. Maybe you give a few words. Yeah, few words. Type in the chat box. So what's the question here? Why is it so important? Quality standard. Why we need this? Why and why? Let's see. Yeah, ensure high quality product. Okay, I reserve your answer first. I reserve your answer. Ensure high quality product. To have a good quality product. Ensure, okay, ensure product operation well lagi. As a guideline to build a product. Some more. Some more. Other student, why is it so important, this quality standard? Give me your answer. Who is others? Elwin, Nathan, Jeremiah, Solomon, Ivan, Celine, Lim. Good trust between customer organization. Now we have some different answer. Yeah, good. Clearly define standard and requirement. Lagi. Some other answer? Some more? No worry. This part didn't counted in your coursework mark. No worry. You don't have to scared whether your answer correct or not. Standard, good relation, increase efficiency. Good quality, ensure. Ada lagi? Some more other answer? Russell, where are you, Russell? No response. All right. 3 o'clock, a bit this time, efficient time. Is that when we follow this quality guideline? My question, when we follow this quality standard, this is a guideline document. So when we do our work in line with this quality standard, can we always produce, let me rephrase my sentence. When we following the guideline 100%, does that mean that we also able to produce 100% good quality product? I think something wrong with my question. No, not that clear. If we following guideline 1-to-1, we do exactly what listed, all the steps, all the processes listed in the guideline. Does that means our output, our deliverables with good quality Do we able to produce is it guarantee that we are able to produce a good quality software if we follow everything from the standard guideline? At last, my sentence okay a bit. Is it guarantee that we can produce a good quality software if we follow the quality standard? Yes or no? Okay, at the moment, Elwin, very good, Elwin. Not guarantee, but decrease failure. Very good, Elvin. Your thinking sometimes is out of the box. Yep, this is true. All right, so I reserve all these answer yes or no. Later, after we finish this chapter, then you give me the answer again, whether yes or no. There are few slides later, discuss more about the importance and then some of the thought by general public. All right, come back to here. So organization, this one quality standard. Organization they're doing their processes aligned with the standard guideline with the wish to help them to achieve the objectives, such as they want to make sure they are satisfying customer quality requirement, right? So this standard is important for every organization because we need a guideline. We need some, all the project we need guideline. And to achieve certain standard, to achieve certain degree of successfulness, we need to follow a guideline. But this guideline not necessarily guarantee that we will assure that we can produce a quality result, right? Okay, next one. Product, we split to two categories. The guide can be product standard or process standards. So this product standard applied to the software product. So keyword is here. Apply to the software product that being developed. So there are few examples here. Okay, few examples listed here. Other examples here. Yeah, other example listed here. There's one questions in the tutorial asked about this. And then for process standards, yeah, process standard, define the processes that should be followed during. The keyword is here. This one, during software development. Examples or these. And some other examples are here. Here mention example, so mean not only here, there are still other examples of a product standard and process standards. There are a lot, there are a lot. So I always, not always, before this I did mention, so our guideline, our learning material, mainly we refer to the Project Management Book of Knowledge, PM, BOK. That's a very thick book. So impossible for us to get everything into your PowerPoint slide. So we just take the core, but there's still some other topics or some other examples you need to read through if you want to understand more. Let me look at the next one again. So what's the problem with standards? They may not seen as relevant and up to date by software engineer. software engineers sometimes they might think of the standard not so kind of irrelevant to the technical activities of a software development. Yeah? Particularly when the project standard required tedious documentation and work recording, when all these things has to be do, if you want to change a standard, there involve a lot of documentation, filing, meeting, changes, and many work is tedious work. Yeah, tedious work. All this involved when doing maintenance. So some software engineer might seen that the standard is not up to date. Just because of this, yeah, this type tedious work, and nobody wants to, so committed on doing this so often. So quality manager who set the standard, who set the standard should consider possible action to convince the engineer, the value of the standard. First of all, involve them. First of all, involve them means involve the software engineer in the selections of a product standards. If the developer understand why the standard have been selected, then more likely they will feel more committed to the standard. Okay. Next one, we look at the review standard and their usage regularly. This one, you see, this technology keep on changing. So a standard book is essential and should be evolved to reflect with the changing circumstances and changing technologies, changing technology environment. But however, the cost span for discussion and some other required processes quite high. That's why most oftenly people feel reluctant to change them. Not only involve cost, also involve people. Yeah, involve their energy, involve their time, involve a lot of expenses required, time and also cost. That's why quite often that people reluctant to change them. Next one, make sure the tools that support is available. If they change the standard, make sure the tool support is available also. What means by tool support here? Example, metric used to measure the standards. Okay, we look at the next slide here. There is a link. There is a link here. Slide number 49. If you want to know more in details on ISO 25010, click on the link. This is a standard guideline for system and software engineering. See? System and software engineering. So this document, if you click on the link, this standard was last reviewed and confirmed in 2017. If you click on the link, you go through the details there. 2017 and currently remain unchanged. So maybe up to today, still the same document, but the standard could be changed tomorrow or next year. So next time when you review back, there will be, could be there will be some changes, but the one that we currently use still can be used. Not necessarily that you change, they will improve it, but the current one will not be outdated. We still can apply. And they're mentioning about those characteristics. So far, any question? They provide the characteristic. Look at the website. They provide characteristic, sub-characteristic with the consistent terminologies for specifying, measuring, and also evaluate the system software product quality. So all these characteristic will not be outdated, still there. Characteristic, sub-characteristic still there. Is it that whether this characteristic is suitable to be applied to your software? Okay, is it how relevant to the context of a usage? What's a benefit here? Look at these slides. Look at the link again. These three slides, the content of these three slides from the reference link. This one. So here listed benefits of following the standard, able to identify the requirement, validating objective, design objective, testing objective, quality control. That's the benefit following the standards. These are the characteristics that I mentioned just now. Oh, this will not be outdated, still can be used, depends on the suitability. ISO 9001, 9001 standard framework. This is the international set of a standard used in the development of quality management system for all industry. Yeah, this one is for all industry. Can be applied in a range of organizations from whether manufacturing until service industry. So this is a standard framework. This ISO 9001, the most general of the standard applied to the organizations that involve design, development, maintain, including design, development, maintain software. So we can refer to this standard framework. There's not wrong. What else here? Quality process, you see, it set out general quality principle. Describe quality process. So we can take it as a reference. Lay out the organization standard procedure that should be defined. And this should be documented in the quality organization quality manual. Look at the characteristics. Yeah, take note on this. The ISO 9001 standard is not a standard for software development, but it's a framework. Keyword is here. It's a framework for developing the software standards. Okay, do you understand it? This ISO 9001 is not a standard for software development, but it's a framework for developing a software standard. Is it confused? Do you all feel confused this sentence? Framework for the software standard. Someone turning on mic. Can understand or not? So if you are not so sure, you look at the second bullet. So ISO 9001 set general quality principle. Describe quality processes in general. Lay out organization standard and procedures that should be defined. This bullet, okay? This bullet can understand. So to be conformant means in line with this standard, a company must have defined type of processes shown in the following figure and procedures that demonstrate quality processes. So this is a guideline, general quality, okay, general quality standards. So what is this about? Do you ever seen this picture before last time during software engineering?
No.
No. All right, so this ISO 9001 standard does not define the specific quality processes that a company should use. All right, I rephrase my sentence. This one important. These are the guideline. Okay, ISO 9001, this is a guideline. This standard does not define or prescribe the specific does not prescribe specific quality processes that a company should use. So now everybody has your own company. This standard didn't define, didn't list out, didn't define like if you're manufacturing, what quality processes should have. If you're servicing, what kind of specific quality processes should have. No. In this standard, does not define specifically. So when you are doing your project, you ask me, Miss, which one quality process is more suitable? You have to go and find out. Even the book of knowledge, project management book of knowledge, they give you a list. These are the criteria in the standard, but you need to justify which one is relevant to your system. So to be conform with ISO 9001, a company must define the suitable types of processes shown. So you have to depend what kind of tests you're going to do. Okay, this one will be your individual part, quality plan. What kind of a metric you want to use, what kind of tests you want to use. Of course, before that, you have to look at what is your business acquisitions, what you're going to design and develop, what are the relevant and most important attributes that need to be measured, find out the suitable tests. So far, okay? So for small company, small company can have a simple processes without too much of documentation. However, doesn't mean that we can always make an assumption. Okay, doesn't mean that we can always make assumption, even though the company is small, but there are some guidelines you still have to follow. Cannot always make on an assumption. The what is that? The everything, even though small company, the attribute, all these need to be aligned, need to be compliant with this standard also. Some company may have a very rigid quality processes, but they manage to keep detailed records, while others may be not too formal with minimal additional document. There are no right or wrong. There are no right or wrong. You want to make it detailed, maybe it's good, but you have to look at, you have to think of who is a reader, who are going to look at the reports. Next one, next diagram here. The relationship. Yeah, this one show the relationship between ISO 9001 with the organization's quality manuals and an individual project quality plan. So some software customer demand the software supplier must have ISO 9001 certified. Okay, I repeat, some software customer, they demand their software supplier must have ISO 9001 certified. They will feel, customer will feel more confidence if the software development company has been approved with the quality management system in place. That's what in general, when this company has an ISO 9001, they feel better, feel more confidence to the company. And some people mistakenly think that this certification means that the quality of the software produced by certified company will always be better than other company without this certification. Am I talk too fast? Some people mistakenly think that a company with ISO 9001, if a company with this means that they can produce a good quality of software compared to the company without these certifications. But bear in mind, this standard focus on ensuring that the organization has quality management procedures in place. There is no guarantee that ISO 9001 certified company use the best software development practice. There's no guarantee this certified company using the best software development practice or processes, which might lead to the high quality software. Okay, after here my sharing, then come back to here, the question. I will be right back. So from here, we understand with the ISO standard doesn't not guarantee that the company able to produce better quality compared to other company who without the certifications. It truly depends on the company, the software supplier. Are they using the best tools? Do they have expertise? There are many criteria need to be considered. Sam, come back to our project. There's no guarantee, even though we follow every steps, every processes line by line, step by step. There's no guarantee that the quality of our report is better. Okay. It depends on what kind of a software you need to do the metric, quality measurement. What kind of attribute is it relevant? What kind of metrics that you use? If not relevant at all, then means even though you follow step, but you're applying something that not relevant, then towards the end also, your objective might not be achieved. Clear? Yes, yes, no, no. Okay, even though as defined just now, but this standard and procedure should be documented. Yeah, we should list out all our processes. We should list out all our processes documented in our reports. So ISO 9000 certification again define the quality to be conformance to the standard is something that we need to follow. What else here? Some customer require supplier. Yeah, this is what I mentioned. Some customer require their supplier has to be certified because they feel more confident if the company has this certified. But don't forget, they have to look at whether this company, they are following guideline, but what technique they use, what software tools they use, is it the most updated one? Nobody can guarantee they manage to produce better quality than others. Quality culture. So this slide is straightforward. Organizations should aim to develop quality culture where everybody responsible for software development here committed. Everybody, all the team member must committed to the project. The team should be always encouraged, and everybody must have responsibility, must take the responsibility to produce quality work, to improve the quality. They should support people who are interested in the intangible aspect of quality and encourage professional behavior. Yeah. Everybody must committed and perform professionally. That's all. Yeah, that's all for chapter number 3. So nice, today we managed to finish 3:30. Let's take a break, tea break. How long you need tea break? Everybody fall asleep already. Break. 15 minutes. And at once already. So break 15 minutes. 3:45. We come back, yeah? We come back 3:45. See you then. Everybody here? Pharaoh and Kelvin here. How about the rest? Everyone here already? Or still having your tea break? Eight student. Other student? 13 student. 2 more student missing. One missing. So far, chapter number 3, we learned the quality attribute. So what you can, hang on, before that, tomorrow we will discuss. Look at the screen here. Those who haven't done question number 1, please solve it. Our tutorial class tomorrow, 9 o'clock. Solve question number 1, and then chapter 2 already done. This one we done yesterday. So we learned about software quality. So now what you can do is go and find out one software quality attribute that you want to measure. Explain why is the quality important to your project. Remember, in your project, you need to have this one, everyone one attribute. Classwork. This one. Okay, quality plan. Each member is responsible of one attribute. So far we learned quality attribute. I hope that group member don't do the same quality attribute. So all the member have to discuss, communicate each other. If you already chosen this quality attribute, then other team members choose other quality attributes. So at the moment, decide which quality attribute you want to do and why this attribute is important for your project. Okay, why this quality attribute is important for your project. After that, in the quality plan, we might need to look for the measurement metric. That one in chapter number 4. So far, find out the most suitable quality attribute, the importance. Tomorrow we have tutorial. Kindly solve question number 1. This one you can prepare already for your own project. Question number 3, you need to visit this website, creating a culture quality. Our PowerPoint slide just now, one slide, not enough, not enough. We need to do more research. We need to do more reading. When you click on the link, will direct you to this page. So please read here. Read the article. Recommend and elaborate on 2 actions to be carried out to create a quality culture in a software development company. Here, read through the content. Here, this study, this paper, this article, study over 850 employees who impact quality from 18 quality multinationals. There are 4 factors here. Yeah, there are 4 factors here with their discussion. So now your task is recommend. Yeah, recommend and elaborate 2 actions. Please don't copy and paste. Understand it, use your own words to reproduce your answer. Question number 4, refer to tutorial 2, question number 1, the BIM scope software development. Propose 2 standards, 2 product standard. What are the product standard? What is product standard in our slide just now? Product standard is here. This one. There are some examples. Not limited to here. You can have other examples. Okay. Look at the definition here. Some examples are here. After that, what you need to do, propose 2 standards. Our example there without description, so you have to find out what is the content. Again, you need to do reading. Online research. Find out what is the content, propose 2 suitable product standards to be applied for BIM scope. Give your reason why you propose a 2 product standard. Give reason. So before you propose, you need to understand each one. What is this about? What is this about, and the rest. Here only listed example, but description, you go and find out more example on this. Next one. Question number 5. Refer to the same case again. Clean room software development technique. Help to enhance software quality. 2 advantages. I think this question quite straightforward. Find out 2 advantages of the technique. Don't just list out advantages. You need to relate it. No longer like diploma, yeah. So the answer, you need to relate it to the BIM scope. How to relate it? Okay, we know that there are quite numbers of advantages already listed here. Yeah, already in the slide. Clean room. Here, we already discussed the one the other day. Advantages. Advantages. Here, benefit is advantages. Point form, advantages. So how this related to the BIM scope company? How to say lower number of errors? How clean room technique can bring benefits to BIM scope company in terms of lower number of errors, lower costs, project schedule, and high quality. Any question on tutorial? So I believe some of you will be very busy tonight. Tomorrow you have a presentation. So please use our time today. Today we go slow a bit. You have about 30 minutes. Please solve the tutorial question now, so that tonight you can relax a bit. Question 1. Find the software attribute for your project. Question 3, 4, and 5. If no question, please do it now. Put your answer in here. Okay, tutorial 3. Google Doc. Everyone clear what you need to do now?
Clear.
Yeah, please do it now. Spend our time, fully utilize our time. So tonight you can rest a little bit. Still few questions here. How's the progress, everyone? Everyone doing? Done. Kelvin done. This is Ivan. Ivan not yet. Still question number 1. Still doing? Okay, no problem. At least save some of your time tonight. Still question number 3. Pharaoh. Lim. How about Lim? Yeah, Lim, you have to describe. Choose 2 action and then describe. Yeah, don't. I know this is a reference in the question. Please describe with your own words. Lim. Kelvin. Isn't it too short? Question number 5, make it longer. What is question number 4 just now? 2 product standards. If a question structure encourage comment. Question number 4 about the product standards. Yeah, can you all put in your reference here at the bottom here? At the bottom of your answer, add on references. Where did you get this? Especially the example that not in the lecture notes. Yeah, put in the reference. Yeah, reference here means the link. If you are using the point from the lecture note, is fine. If you have others, okay, if you find others examples, please put in the link there. Okay, not yet here. Jeremiah, question number 3. You take about half an hour, one question. Or need time to read the article, isn't it? To standard, this one not yet. This one, question number 3, to quality culture. There are 4 actions there: leadership emphasis, message credibility, peer involvement, employee ownership, and empowerment. So this one under which action? It would be nice if you can put in the term first and then you explain, so that our explanation will not go far from our listed, was it point? Not saying point. Action name. How about Daniel? Assess, still empty. Daniel, still reading? Still on your mark here, Daniel's your cursor. On your mark, that's it, and then go. Question 2. Not yet here. Elvin also not yet. Celine? Still empty. So Celine, finish it tonight, Celine? Okay, building high quality software. This one here did mention this technique might decomponent complex system that each component has one entry and exit point to make the testing easier and more precise. So in terms of the point you have here, in terms of building higher quality software, this classroom technique managed to break down the complex system into components, and each component might have only one entry and an exit point, so easier, make it easier to be test and more precise. You can get some point from the lecture notes. Improve productivity. Other than that, you have lower number errors, lower costs, project on schedule. Nathan also not yet. Wong also not yet. 3, 4, 5. Where are you, Solomon? Not yet on your mark. Just now, Daniel cursor was there on your mark. Solomon, no cursor at all. Where are you? Please prepare your solution so that tomorrow we can have our smooth discussion. All right, we will finish. Sorry, we will end our class now. Only 1 minute earlier. Tomorrow morning, please be on time, 9 o'clock. So I'm going to meet you again after how many hours later?
24 hours.
Less than 24 hours. I hope you all didn't feel bored with my voice again and again. Every day from Tuesday to Friday. That's all from me today. Thank you so much attending my class. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, Miss. Thank you.
Welcome.